Look at it. I'm actually showing you an example. Are you see? So you just dip it inside and get your reading. That's it.
Feed the nation, meet the need. Fish college, yes we can. Empower farmers across the land.
Alright, good morning everyone. So happy new month. Today is the second day of April 2026. So I bring you great greeting from Fish College. So this morning we want to be sending some items to you, to one of our clients. This is 5 kg activated oyster shell. It's not just ordinary oyster shell, it's activated one that you can actually use to upgrade your water pH and to also stabilize it. I'm also be sending some special feed. This feed are feed that we use that enable us to achieve the results that we used to have, the consistent results we are having. So I actually arranged the feed how she's going to use them from day 1 till they grow to fingerling and post, which I'm so certain that once you're able to take your fish to standard fingerlings and posts, you have crossed. So the remaining ones depend on how you manage them. So I equally encourage my students not to be blind. So I'll be sending the thermometer that we use. It's actually different type of thermometer, but this is the one that have proved itself, more reliable to us. And my own water kit, pH kit. The reason why I'm doing this thing is because of she is on mentorship. So in order for me to track the challenge that she's having, I need her to do what I'm doing. I remember one of my students went to buy water kit somewhere else and he was very much confused. So I have to ask him to, you have to order for my own, and with that we're able to stabilize the water. So what I want to be sharing this morning is how to maintain consistency in hatching during rainy season. So many people are always scared when it starts raining because there are many battles. Some don't even know what is the challenge. Some feel that hatching season is only during dry season when there is heat. No, you can hatch back to back. So but you need to be scientific. You don't need to be doing this work blindly. It's only when you are doing it blindly, that's why we have a challenge. And I'll be addressing the reason why people find it difficult to hatch during rainy season. Number 1 is temperature control. You see that a lot of persons will be heating their room, cover everywhere. That's indoor hatchery. That's not just that's very, very good because it will help to heat up the atmospheric temperature. But the temperature that we are very much interested is the water temperature. And this water temperature, part of the challenge that we used to have is when it rains heavily, either in your place or somewhere else, the underground water can be very, very cold. So you don't need to depend on the atmospheric temperature alone. You have to see how you can create a system whereby you pump your water, the water will remain warm before it can flow to your hatchery system. That's why I keep telling people, when you know that your hatchery is big, try to have big reservoir so that you can pump water there. So as you are using the warm water, before you can, before you will use the direct one, it may have get to your reservoir and become warm. The temperature can come up. But if you are now using the water direct, you will see that the coldness will be affecting your fries. It will affect the hatching success. It will affect the feeding habits of the fry. It will affect so many things. So I believe you are getting something. So and somehow it's also good that you see how you can expose your reservoir, maybe one of it to sunlight, so that can help to take up the temperature. Okay, so you need to see some areas where there's consistent light, they have water heater. I do not mean that ring heater. We have We have aquaculture water heater that you can connect to your pond. You work with the water volume, and you can set it to be giving you a temperature range that you can use to have optimal success. Because if the water temperature is below standard, your fries should not be very very active. That's why I keep encouraging you. If you have not gotten our training manual, try to get it. In our training manual, I took time to explain things in detail that can help you to be successful in fry management. So, and the type of pond that you use also, there are ponds that I don't know, I will mention them, so it's left for you to consider it. Now, if you want to enjoy hatching without stress, there are ponds that generate code on their own. Number one is when you put ties in your pond. It's not healthy for hatchery. It's not healthy. So there are so many people who have introduced such, and when you talk to them, they'll be thinking of the cost of breaking it down. Well, I keep saying that you don't need to break them down. You can just build another hatchery compartment and do a comparison yourself and see if what I'm telling you is real. So if it is real, you can gradually be changing it, because those ponds, you can still use them to manage your fish when they are 3 weeks old. At that point, they will not be prone to some of these challenges we are talking about: ties, tarpaulin, and plastic tank, all this white tank. So it's good though, but you cannot have consistent results. You cannot have consistent results. So if you want to use, like I myself, I use concrete tank, and it has been helping us for a very long time. So another thing I want to mention is water pH. During the dry season, the water pH tends to be stable, but during rainy season it fluctuates very very well. I remember I went to a farm and they told me their water is good. I tested it, we're having 7. But another time I said, let me check the water. I checked it, lo and behold, it was 4. So that's why I keep telling people, in order for you to be on the safer side, make use of activated oyster shell. Make use of this. So we do process the oyster shell and make it very very active, and that is what we have been using. It's not difficult to use. You put this in your storage tank on your pond, and it will be helping to, you'll be checking so that what I keep telling people, I normally use to step my water to 6.5 so that it will not go and rise, because if you are not running flow through, you are running light flow through, it can be rising. So you need to put all these things in consideration. But no matter how it rises, it cannot rise above 7.5. So if your water is 4, which majority water is 4, 5, some is even below 4, so you can use it to, it will be happy to save cost, because buying carbonate soda ash, the stress, but this one is almost like a permanent stuff. So I don't know, people have different things that work for them, but I educate people based on what we do. And it's a good thing that if you are succeeding in something, it's good that you share the knowledge with people, because this period people are packing out of fish farming, and I know that some of the challenge we have is power, since no reliable NEPA source. So the cost of buying diesel and fuel is a challenge, a high cost of feed. But there are some that have the mind to buy feed, have the mind to buy fuel and diesel, and they're having issue. So that's why I say it's good that I touch some of these things, so that after putting in your hard-earned money, you should be able to get good results. And don't jeopardize broodstock. I keep saying it. If you're a breeder and you are watching this video and you don't have broodstock that you are training, you are not doing yourself good. Don't depend on the broodstock you are always buying. There are people that actually sell good broodstock, but sometimes we can crazily, when you find it difficult to get a good broodstock, you can crazily make use of any available one. And when it didn't come out well, you will not even remember that it's a broodstock. And if you are not using the right broodstock, sometimes you be confused. You will not know whether it is this or it is that. Okay, so I will encourage you to try your best to raise your own broodstock. And to make it easy, people are looking at the time, how can I start training fish from now to 2 years? So I keep saying, to make it very easy for yourself, you can go to farms where they are training table sites and get fish that are 7-8 months old, that have protruded stomach, matured males. You get them, you now continue from where they stop, and that will save you much energy and stress. Okay, so I keep telling people truth. Whether you are training table size, you are training broodstock, have a small oven or even local oven. Fish can die. So when you see that your fish is having challenge, before it will die, you dry it. Not that you have mortality in your farm, you be crying, I've lost. Dry the fish and sell. If you go to where they are processing catfish, I'm telling you the gospel truth. In fact, if you go to most places, it's only few persons that maintain personal hygiene. So if you go to so many places, you will not be very, very much comfortable, because you see that the fish are almost decomposing, especially when you go to the rural area and people boil the fish and eat. So but I'm not actually encouraging that. Okay, you can have a hygienic processing place whereby when you see that your fish is having challenge, instead of you to wait for them to die and now discharge them and be crying, you can bring them out, apply salt, dry them and sell. You will recover your money, even if you may not make the big profits you are crying of. You recover your money. Okay, some workers can even make mistake. They will discharge water. The process of discharging water, they will forget, and when they forget, without water, fish cannot make it. Fish will be stressed and will weak. So don't just go and open ground and bury those stuff. Okay, you can dry them and sell. So there are critical things that do affect people, and I'll be touching them gradually as we are joining. So I'm going to take you to the farm. Let me show you what we do, especially in the hatchery. We have fish that we produce last Saturday. This Saturday we'll be making them 2 weeks. Today date is 14. That means they are 12 days old today. So I'm going to take you this fish that I produced with some of my students that attended a workshop. So I after training them in their training center, I brought some of them to come and see what we are doing, because these days we have too much talk and few persons that deliver. So I asked them to come and see with their eye. Seeing is believing. I was paid to train them on how to hatch fish, and then to come and see, so that they'll be convinced that this thing is paying. Okay, it's paying. So though our setup is not very, very big, but it's very, very productive, and we are still working on it. We are working on it. So I brought them to also see that you can set up a hatchery without spending much. You don't need all the whole millions. Some people, after watching most of our gingertic videos that we for big farm that we do develop, they'll be scared of venturing into fish farming. But I told them with hundreds of thousands you can set up something, and within a couple of weeks you start making money, because we do sell from 3 weeks. We have fish that are ready at 3 weeks, have the ones that are ready at 1 month, that's 4 weeks, 5 weeks and above. So it's a good and lucrative business, and for you to enjoy hatching, I encourage them. I'm just saying it because you are learning from this video. For you to enjoy hatching, ensure that you're hatching consistently. You can be hatching every week. The reason why you have to hatch every week is so you have them in sets. You come to the point where you have juvenile, post and fingerling. Not that you will now just hatch once. When those ones are ready, as soon as you set them off, you will not have fish again to sell. You get? and before you know, you'll be consuming that money. So as God blesses you, try to see how you can also enlarge your course. Okay, enlarge your course so that you enjoy this business. People are saying, I ask them question, can I buy a car, can I build a house with this business? Go and ask those people that buy car, how did they get their money? And those that got their money legitimately, they will tell you that it's not a one-day thing. They have been building their business, they build it, and their business actually grow to a point where they can be harvesting like 500k, 1 million. As they are harvesting it, maybe within a period of 6 months or 1 year, they can buy their choice car. Not that you will just start a business today and be expecting to make all the whole millions to buy Benza, build a powerful mansion. No, except you want to go and steal, okay, which I would encourage you to do, because if you go and do it, you can be caught and you will die. So patience is a virtue that is needed in the journey of life. So don't be too much in haste. Rather, in one of the videos I posted, I encourage farmers to be bold enough to start small and grow. From where you are, start trusting God that if you are making 100,000 today, tomorrow you can make 200,000. And trusting God does not mean just to trust God and fold your hand. You have to do the brain work. Okay, you do the brain work and God will give you increase. The Bible said that He's a God that giveth increase. So you do your brain work, how you'll be getting the millions of naira you desire to get. And when you do it, the what God can do is to help you to ensure that the system that you have put in place is working. Okay, so I believe that this video meets you well. Happy new month. And for those of you that have not registered for our training, I will encourage you to do that today. As soon as you watch the video, try your best to register for our online training. It will do you more good. So it's a mentorship platform. It's not really a WhatsApp group, it's a one-on-one interaction with us. We try to find out the challenge you're having, and we will now give you, we will not just give you solution, we tell you what we do. Because almost all breeders have experienced similar challenge that you're having. So we tell us that maybe you can't hatch catfish, or they die after day 1, or they die after day 4, or they die after 1 week, or they die after 2 weeks. We will tell you what to do. Okay, if it requires sending you some of this stuff that I'll be sending to our clients, we will send them across to you. So I'm going to take you to the farm to show you our 12 days old catfish price. You see them how they are doing, and I pray that our good Lord will continue to help you. You flourish in your business, you will not lose loss, you make profits, you excel, you achieve your high targets, your dreams in your business. Thank you guys. Thank you. And this is the tarpaulin that we use in covering the pond. And the essence of this coverage is to help to generate heat. So you can see that's the shell. So let me scoop the fish so I can see. Can you see them? This is 12 days old. We normally transfer them from this place when they are 14 days. So you can see their uniform growth, but this growth you are seeing, surprisingly, on the 14th, you see that a lot of big head will come out. A lot of big head. Can you see them? So it's still early morning here. You can see them very, very active. Check, let's just see up. Can you see? You see them, they are eating. And you see, everywhere is fish. See, you see, everywhere is fish. Can you see? Everywhere is fish. Everywhere. Everywhere is fish. Let's go to the other side. Can you see? Everywhere is fish. See them. All right, so thank you guys. Thank you for following. Thank you.
So guys, we are here with Fish College and a visit to Fish College actually. So it's a wonderful experience, and what we have seen so far is that you can start up your fish farm with your hatchery with materials that are not too expensive, material that you can source around. So that is what we have seen, and right here we are even sitting inside the farm, so it's wonderful.
Not inject below the lateral line or on the lateral line, but rather inject above the lateral line and below.
Like, why is this apple system disturbing us here?
Fish College, yes we can empower farmers across the land. Knowledge is power, and we give you more. Aquaculture tools right at your door. From training to farming, we light your way. Agricultural success starts today. Don't give up, don't let go. Plant the seed and let it grow. Together we change the story. Farming life, a path to glory. Fish College, catch your dreams.